Well, hopefully everybody can hear me out here in Wildcat land. If you're hearing us right now, Wildcats are playing the Oklahoma Select today. We are in Perkins, Oklahoma, where it's chilly, you guys. I know that it was 70 yesterday, but it is not 70 today. It is a little chilly outside. My guess is 40. I'm going to look. We're actually in Tryon, Perkins Tryon. It's 45. It feels like it's 32. We thought we might get a little bit of rain, but so far no rain in the forecast. Wildcats' first game today over the Oklahoma Select. So we'll let everybody get warmed up and then we'll come back to you. All right, game time's going to be 12:16. So that's when we're going to start things off. Wildcats will be the visiting team today. So they will be hitting first. Lineup for the Wildcats, Kyler Taylor going to start things off for us, followed by Crossley Marple, KJ, Hadley, PJ, Payson, Elena, Corey, Sadie, Devin, and Hallie. Hallie, the latest member of the Wildcat team. So the select warming up here. Wildcats getting their timing. Wildcats playing their first of 3 games today. They'll play right now. They're going to play at 2:15, I think, and then 5:15 a little bit later. So game time 12:16. It is, Blue, is it 60 minutes? How long is games? 60-minute game, drop dead. So once the time expires, that will be the end of it. So Kyler Taylor looking to start things off for the Wildcats here today. She'll step in the batter's box and get ready. First pitch on the way. It's called outside for a ball. Wildcats in their new uniforms today with the red and navy pinstripes, although we got our hoodies on, so it might be a little bit hard to see those today. Foul tip back. 1-1 count here to Taylor. Looking to get things started for the Wildcats. Pitcher's going to have to work on keeping their hands warm today. As I told you guys, it feels like 32 outside. Do have a wind from the north, making it feel even colder. This will probably be the warmest game we play today. Swing and a miss for strike 2 to Taylor. No score here, just underway. If you're just joining us, Wildcats facing off against the OK Select of Perkins, Oklahoma. 2-2 count here to Taylor. Inside pitch, called for ball 3. Full count here. Taylor leading off for the Wildcats, looking to get things started here today. That one's in the dirt, hit the fence, so Taylor will take a walk on her first at bat. Here comes Crossley Marple for the Wildcats. Gonna tie her shoe here just a minute. Chilly day here in Tyron. Perkins Trinan. Is that what it's called? I know it's one of those things like Burns Flat, Dill City, where you smash two towns together here. So Marple steps back in to get ready. No outs, no score. Too high for ball, not a ball. It's a strike 1. So Marple at the plate. Outside pitch called and away for ball 1. Taylor's going to head on back to 1. 1-1 count here to Marple. No outs, no score. Runner on first. Wildcats facing off against the Oklahoma Select today. Here in the Shamrock Smash. Strike 2 call. Two strikes here on Marple. No pitch clock here in 11U. Swing and a miss, strike 3. She should have hit the first 2. 1 out, 1 on. Here comes KJ, Kinsley Johnson for the Wildcats. So here comes KJ, 1 out and 1 on. It's too high for a ball. Got Got something new on the broadcast this year. We have hotkeys. How though I don't remember what sounds I put on the keys. That one's before the plate. Taylor will take off to 2. See what this hotkey is. Pitch on the way here to KJ. Swing and a miss for a strike. There's the Wildcat call there. Foul tips that one for strike 2. One out for the Wildcats with KJ batting. Kyler on base with a walk earlier. Stolen base to 2. That's strike 3, and she's going to have to run because we weren't sure it was a strike. She drops the ball at first, so KJ's safe on a drop strike 3, and Taylor will get across the plate. And KJ gets into 2. So the Wildcats get one across the board. Here comes Hadley French for the Wildcats with KJ back there on 2. Wildcats lead 1-0. Whoa. That'll easily get KJ to 3. So now KJ in scoring position there on 3rd. That one almost hit her, very inside. Ball 2. Pitch on the way here to French. She'll foul that one off to the right. Wildcats with 1 across the board. Pitch on the way here to Hadley. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3 and out number 2. Here comes PJ Johnson. So here comes PJ. Ball hit down the third baseline will be foul. So PJ showing off the new uniforms, as I mentioned, red with navy pinstripes. We also have navy pinstripes this time, and then a white and red, which you'll be seeing a little bit later. Tomorrow, I think we're wearing the blue pinstripes. Pitch on the way here to PJ. Strike 2. I think it's just 2. Just two strikes there. 2 strikes, 2 out, 0-2 the count here for PJ. So here comes PJ. Swing and a miss for strike 3 and out number 3. I don't feel like this pitcher is really just throwing anything that's crazy. I just feel like we haven't connected just yet. So we'll switch it up here. Marple is going to start off pitching for the Wildcats. For those following along, Stella has left the team to go play with another team. So now we have Crossley and Corey, our pitchers for the day. I think Payson and Kyler might plan on stepping in just a little bit sometimes in relief. So Marple's going to come out and warm up. Looks like we're going to have Sadie Lanier there at first. Hadley French is going to be at 2. Kyler Taylor playing shortstop. Lena Driscoll will be at 3rd, and then Crossley Marple will be in the circle. Looks like Kinsley Johnson is going to be out there in right field. Payson Mormon in center field, and Devin Poff over in the left place. So that's how we'll start things off. Chilly day. PJ was the last out, so she had to get all her gear back on, as catchers have to do. All right, I'm going to see what these hotkeys are. All right, so what is this one? Okay. So that's when the umpire's wiping the plate. Got it. All right, what's this one? Oh, this is sound the alarm. Okay. We haven't needed to sound the alarm just yet, but we might need to sound the alarm. Okay. And I think the other is the Wildcat sound. So if we get some strikeouts here today, we'll play the Wildcat sound. So we'll take a couple of more warm-up pitches here from Marple. Playing on dirt fields today, no turf. As I mentioned, we were scheduled to possibly get some rain. This weather, you guys, I can't even make it up. Yesterday it was 70. Today it is 40. And then there's chances for snow in western Oklahoma. We have chances for rain here in central Oklahoma. So at this point, there's really just no telling. There's just no telling. Starting things off for the Oklahoma Select. Will be Carly, I think, maybe. Foul tips that one back for strike 1. Wildcats with 1 on the board, so 1-0 the score. This is the first bat for the Select. That one hit back over towards Marple. Taylor picks it up, quickly gets the throw to 1, and she is out. That's going to bring up Olivia. That one's too high for a ball. So 1 out here for the Wildcats. Inside, called for ball 2. Olivia, the batter for the select team from Perkins, Oklahoma. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. I think it would be funny if people ever filmed the coaches when their players are batting. Because they're always like showing you what they're doing. They throw their hands, throw their head. Strike call for Marple. Strike 2. 2-1 the count here to Olivia. Swing and a miss for strike 3 and out number 2. Two outs for the Wildcats. This is Callie, swing and a miss for strike 1. I missed my Wildcat call opportunity. That one's outside for ball 1. Outside just a hair for ball 2. Pitcher's going to have to work on keeping their hands warm today. That one's hit over to Taylor. Shortstop. She picks it up, makes the throw. Lanier at first gets her for out number 3. It's a nice defense from the Wildcats. Three up, 3 down. My lineup for them is completely out of order, so pardon me while I fix it. All right. So the Wildcats get 1 across, score 1-0 in the first inning. So we go back to play here. Payson Mormon will lead off for the Wildcats. It'll be Payson, Elena, Corey, Sadie, Devin, and Hallie wrapping up the lineup. One to 0 the score. Playing today in close to Perkins. Like, we thought it was a Perkins tournament. It's actually called the Shamrock Smash. We're playing in Tryon, the town. Although, if we're being honest, we're playing out in the middle of nowhere, you guys. There is nothing. There's a casino on our right and a Dollar General on our left. I kind of felt like I was driving through Burns Flat for just a minute. It's 46 right now. It feels like 34. High today, only 49 expected. We do have a 65% chance of rain a little bit later. Another 35% chance of rain for your Sunday. But a much nicer day tomorrow. High of 62 expected. So a lot warmer tomorrow. And then, you guys, this is why Oklahoma's ridiculous. Monday, 73. Tuesday, 75. Wednesday, 73. And today, on the one day, we're playing softball. It's 46, and it feels like 34. So Payson Mormon going to start things off for us. Wildcats with one across so far on a walk from Kyler Taylor. First pitch on the way here to Paymore. Inside, ball one. No outs. Wildcats lead 1-0. Inside pitch, called for ball two. First game of the spring season for the Wildcats. First tournament, that is. First games for probably a few teams around as well. I'm not sure. I know it's pretty close to the first game for the Select because I couldn't find him on Game Changer. Swing and a miss for strike one there to Paymore. 1-2 the count. Shortstop doing jumping jacks out there. I feel that. Strike two called on Payson. Sophia is the pitcher. I think Ayla is the catcher. That's strike three. Ball is dropped, so we'll have to throw it to one. She gets it there, so that would be out number one for the Wildcats. Here comes Elena Driscoll.
Mr. White down here, every box a million. This one.
Little wipe of the plate there. Bunt goes high. Catcher almost gets her hands on it. Wind picking up just a little bit, makes it a little bit chillier. That one's a roller. Will be a ball. One the count here to Driscoll. Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Strike two. So Driscoll will get ready and step back in. One out for the Wildcats. They lead by one right now. Oop, that hit her right in the back. So she will take one for the team and get on there. Here comes Corey Burson for the Wildcats. So Corey will step in and get ready here. 1-0 the score, one on. Lena Driscoll there on first base. It's too low for a ball. Driscoll's going to go on back. Strike call to Burson. Driscoll gets there safely on two. So Corey will look for the sign, get ready. I believe the count is 1-1. Yep, okay. Swing and a miss for strike two. One out here for the Wildcats. 1-2 the count. Whoop, hit her in the foot. She will get to take a base. So now 2 on, and both were hit by a pitch. That's going to bring up Sadie Lanier for the Wildcats. Sadie can snake one by the outfield. It's almost a home run. These fields are super deep. Pop fly will go right over to the weather pod. Out of play. As I mentioned, the fields are deep fields, so if you hit one past their outfield, they are going to run a long way to get it. And if you're fast enough, you'll make it all the way around the bases. Swing and a miss for strike 2 to Lanier. Oh, 2 the count here to Lanier. 1 out, 2 on. Driscoll back there on 2. That's strike 3. Out number 2. And here comes Devin Poff for the Wildcats. So here comes Devin. Wild pitch gets by the catcher, so runners will advance. Corey back there on 2. Driscoll in scoring position on 3 with 2 outs, and Devin Poff up to bat. Ball fouled over to the coach of the other team for the select. Got to stay alive out here. You never know when a foul ball is going to hit you. We were watching UCO play yesterday. One came through the net, hit a fella in the knee. You're like, how did that happen? I was glad it wasn't my knee. That's the moral of that story. So Devin with a foul ball, strike 1. That one's inside. One the count. 2-1 the count, excuse me. 2 outs, Wildcats on top by 1. Visiting team here in this first game of the Shamrock Smash. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. 2-2 the count here to D-Money. Two runners in scoring position. Devin looking to hit him around. Swing and a miss for strike 3 and out number 3. So right now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Wildcats have struck out, and I can't really even tell you why. So no runs across that time. Hi. It is 1-0 Wildcats. Yeah, and it's the bottom of the second. Yeah. I know, right? She's been known. We could say that because she's ours, but she's been known to hit you. Yeah, right. Yeah, 1-0, bottom of the 2. It's always scary when the officials are trusting my stats, right? No, usually my stats are pretty good. Sometimes I get a little bit behind. We got a whole new setup here today, so hopefully everything sounds good and is working. We've been trying to do some things to make sure we get the broadcast on the air for you guys, and sometimes with the technology that we bring, it's hard to get everything working every now and then, but so far we're all right. We do have service here today at AT&T, so that's good. So take a few warm-up pitches here. So we'll see who's coming up to bat. As I mentioned, their starting lineup in the game changer is completely backwards. This is 16, 15, okay? So this is Riley, I believe. Yep. So Wildcats went 3 up, 3 down. Last inning, looking to do that here again today.
Shoot a shot. I'm coming in.
Strike call for Marple.
Let's go. Now you seen one. Let's go, Riley. Be a lead off.
A little bit low for that one for a ball. 1-1 the count here, Riley. So Riley's going to step back in. Marple gets ready. 1-1 the count. Foul tips that one back for strike 2. 1-0 the score. One-two count here. Called outside for ball 2. 2-2. That was too high for a ball. Full count. That one's too high for a ball 4, and Riley will take a walk. One's too high for a ball. This is Tay. Cross going to have to bring him down. This is the bottom of the second. Game time started at 12:16. He says that one's too high. 2-0 count. No strike. Games are 60 minutes drop dead. Now that one's too low and outside. So 3-0 the count. This team does not appear to be a team that swings the bat much. So Cross is going to have to throw strikes. That one hit as a foul ball for strike 1. 3-1 count here to Tay. That one's coming back to us. Caught it, almost got it. Full count here to Tay. I don't know if we're getting the ball back. Yeah, we are, I guess. It's coming over the fence. No outs. 1-0 the score, bottom of the second. Swing and a miss. Got her. It's going to bring up Sophia, the pitcher. Strike call on Sophia for number 1. Swing and a miss for strike 2. 1 out, 1 out. Outside pitch going to 2. Throw is not quite in time. Nice throw by PJ. 1 strike, 2 balls here. Or no, I believe it's 2 strikes here to Sophia. 1 ball. Outside pitch called for a ball. That went over to Lanier. She's going to pick it up. It's foul. Two the count here to Sophia. That one's over. Lanier makes an attempt, not quite in time for another foul ball. Two still the count here to the pitcher, Sophia. Change up goes foul as well. Wildcats have 1 out. They lead by 1. Bottom of the second. Game started at 12:16. 60-minute games here today. Drop dead. Pretty pitch. Fouled off once again. I believe I figured out my cold weather attire. I have a long sleeve shirt, a sweatshirt on, a coat. There we go. Okay. Good pitch, Cross. Good pitch. Gosh, dang it. Full count here to Sophia. Ball hit over to Hadley. Hadley picks it up, scoops it up for out number 2. That brings up Ansley with 2 outs. Nope, it brings up Ayla with 2 outs. Ball 1 call. Ayla, the catcher for the Select. Select coming in from Perkins. A lot closer for them. Took us about an hour to get here today. Ball hit back past Marple. Hadley gets it, tries to make the throw. Will be in time, yes, it is in time. So nice throw and catch from Lanier at one, with Hadley getting out number 3 for the Wildcats. So nobody gets across. Long inning there. Still 1-0. As I mentioned, we're kind of out here in the middle of nowhere, and we have games so that you really can't leave. We were all thinking like, hey, we may just jump over to Stillwater, have a little Eskimo Joe's, but I don't know that we'll have time to get over there in between. As I mentioned, Wildcats play 2 o'clock game and a 5 o'clock game, so those will be coming up after that. These are all pool play games here today. Bracket will start tomorrow, and I believe bracket is single elimination. Hallie set to lead off for the Wildcats. This will be her first at bat with the team. I believe Hallie's coming to us from a previous team. Athletics, maybe? I can't remember. So she'll lead off, try to get things started for the Wildcats. As I mentioned, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of us have struck out. And it's not really because this pitcher's throwing smoke or anything. Seems like we have not found our timing just quite yet, but hopefully the next couple of innings we'll get riled up. And field is super deep, so as I mentioned, you hit one past the infield, you could almost call it a home run because you're going to be running a ways if it gets past you. Waiting to come back to play here. Wildcats lead 1-0. Their next game coming up. I don't know if it's right after. I don't know if there's a game in between us. Should be a game in between us, and then we'll play the one after that. They allow for about 15 minutes in between the games, I believe. Shamrock Smash here in the Perkins area. It's cold. Wind is cold. However cold I am, players are probably colder. But like I said, I've got sweatshirt, long sleeve shirt on, fleece lined leggings. I'm sitting in a sleeping bag with gloves and a giant body coat. So I feel pretty good so far. So Hallie Williams starting things off for the Wildcats. Tying her shoe at second base. Oh, tell her thank you. What is her name? Kathy, we appreciate you listening today. So glad you're joining us. It always helps when people tell us that you can hear, so we appreciate that for sure. Thank you so much. So Hallie's starting things off for the Wildcats. She'll foul that one off outside the fence. Get the ball back. Dust off the plate just a little bit. That one's too high for a ball. 2-1 the count here to Hallie. That one's called a strike. 2-2 count here to Hallie. No outs. Hallie leading things off for the Wildcats. Wildcats on top 1-0. She'll foul that one over to the select dugout. Almost hit the coach in the leg there. Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. She's going to have to throw it to 1. She does get it there, and that is out number 1. So Kyler looking to start things off for us. She took a walk her last at bat. Ended up being the only one that scored for the Wildcats in the first inning. So she'll look to get around there again this time. Kyler steps in, gets ready. Bunt laid down, is going to stay fair, and she's going to get there in time. What a pretty bunt from Kyler Taylor. Just the perfect right spot, and she's fast enough to get there. So Taylor does her job starting things off, getting on base. Now we'll see what Marple can do. Marple struck out her last at bat. Hoping for something better than that this time, aren't we? I believe we are. Let's go. Outside pitch called for ball 1. Cross feigning a bunt there. She has won a bunt contest at the UCO softball camp, but that I don't know that that's her specialty, if we're being honest. She'll hit that one over to the Wildcat dugout this time for a foul ball. 1-1 the count here for Marple.
Head down, be aggressive. Let's go. Head down, watch it, baby.
1-0 the score. Top of the third. That one's too high for a ball. 1:07 is the time. We started at 12:16. Once game time expires, game is over. You don't play out the inning. You don't let the last team bat. It's just the end. That's what drop dead means. That one's too high for a ball. It doesn't mean we all drop dead. Although it's cold enough. We might. No, I'm kidding. Should be pretty nice tomorrow for bracket play games. 60s, mid-60s. Swing and a miss. Full count. So full count here to Marple. Looking to get one past the infield. That won't do it. And Crossley will take a walk. Here comes KJ. KJ got on base with a drop strike 3. Her first at bat. So Kinsley Johnson stepping up and ready. The Wildcats can keep going on. We'll run out this inning. Swing and a miss for strike 1. Here comes KJ. Taylor back there on 2. Marple on 1. Inside pitch, called for a ball. One out for the Wildcats. Taylor back there in scoring position. Waiting to see where KJ places this one. That one's too high for a ball. 1-0 the score. First of 3 games today for the Wildcats. They'll have a 2 o'clock game and a 5 o'clock game. She'll hit that one over. It's going to, second base has got her hands on it for out number 2. Here comes Hadley. So Hadley French up, out 2, so 2 outs here. Don't forget, you guys, it's daylight savings time tomorrow, so don't miss the games. We're springing forward. We don't know what time the game is, but my favorite thing is if I could turn back time, share this with your friends. See what I did there? Because shares things. Okay, you guys know. Okay. Time called by Blue. We have reports of sleet in Oklahoma, so it could be worse, folks. Could be worse. That's what you got to say. Hadley knocks one out to right field. It will drop, and here come the runners. As I mentioned, it gets past you in the outfield. It's going to cost you. Taylor will score. They will throw it in before Marple gets across the plate, so the Wildcats put one more on the board there. Nice hit from Hadley. And here comes Peyton Johnson. So here comes PJ. PJ struck out her last at bat. She's looking for a big hit this time. She'll knock that one out, and this is going to bring him round. Here we go. Marple's across. Hadley French is across. They're going to get it in pretty fast, but a fantastic hit by PJ. Here comes Paymore with 2 outs. Wildcats now 4-0. Select wants to talk about it for just a minute. I need to put, I've got, let's see, 1, 2, 3. I've got some buttons left to put entertaining things for my hotkeys on. I'll sound the alarm. How about that? Should sound the alarm? Oh, that's the wipe song. Here we go. They're saying rain is expected to start here in 26 minutes. We're going to say no to that. We did not bring the weather pod this time, so I don't think all these folks are going to fit under the tiny little bleachers. No rain. 47 here in Tryon with Paymore up to bat. That one's too low. Four 4-0 the score. Pitch on the way to Paymore. Too high for a ball. PJ sneaking there on 1. As her base hit brought in Taylor and Marple. I show that we have 2 minutes left to play. Foul tips that one back. Almost hit her in the shoulder there. 4-0 the score, 2 outs. Show the time is 1:14. We started at 12:16. Outside pitch, called for a ball. And PJ is going to get there in time. Wheels and steals, that's right, that's right. So now PJ in scoring position on 2. Pitch on the way here to Payson. That one's low and in the dirt for a ball. So she'll take a walk, and here comes Driscoll. Driscoll got hit by a pitch, her first at bat. Runners on the corners for the Wildcats. It's 1:15. So Elena will probably be our last batter. I'm not sure what the drop dead time will be, but it is 1:15. Game time 12:16. Swing and a miss for strike 1. Paymore takes off and steals 2. So now 2 runners in scoring position, second and third for the Wildcats. Payson back there on 2, PJ on 3, with Elena Driscoll in the box. Foul ball over to the dugout is caught for an out, and I believe that's game time. Yep, that's ball game. So the Wildcats win that one pretty easily, 4-0. We'll be back at around 2 o'clock for the second game, 5 o'clock for the game after that. We will see you guys back here then.
Disconnected.
What did you have that final score as?
4-0.
4-0 Wildcats?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, guys. What's what you're gonna get when you